Welcome to our special podcast episode in honor of National Savings Day. Today, we'll discuss the importance of saving money and some tips on how to make it a daily habit to reach your financial goals. Saving money can be challenging, especially with so many tempting things to spend it on. However, it's essential to remember that saving money can lead to financial stability and security in the long run. Hey everyone, welcome to the Build Young, Grow Wealthy podcast. My name is Willita Cherie. In today's podcast episode, I will share with you 6 steps to help you set up your savings plan so that you can successfully begin to build wealth through financial planning. Disclaimer: this information is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Everyone's situation is unique, therefore, you should contact a financial professional to consider all of your options before making any decisions. Without further ado, let's get into this. Step 1: start saving today. You've probably been telling yourself for years that you'll start tomorrow. Right now is not a good time, etc., etc. Those things may be true, but what I want you to ask yourself: when do you actually plan to start saving towards your financial goals? Let's consider that for the last 10 years, you've spent $100 a month towards mindless entertainment, such as paying for every streaming service you can name. In 1 year, that's $1,200 spent on subscriptions, which could have been better spent towards saving for something more mentally stimulating like starting a business, getting a certification, or getting an advanced degree. In 10 years, you would have spent $12,000. On the flip side, you had choices. You could have, number one, opted to find free entertainment and invested the full amount towards your goals. Number two, found cheaper entertainment and invested the rest towards your goals. Or number three, be $12,000 poorer than you were 10 years ago because you didn't properly save. This may sound extreme, and I'm by no means telling you to live a bland life, but consider that your choices will yield either a reward or a consequence. If you don't start saving today, ask yourself, when is an objective date that you'll begin? And if you keep postponing your start date, how much savings potential would you have lost in the next 10 years? If I were you, I would start saving today. Step 2: track your cash flow. Unless you work in a commission-only career, it should be fairly simple to determine how much cash you will bring in every month and how much that total would be for the full year. In the last episode, we talked about cash flow coming into your account, such as cash equivalents, investments, retirement funds, and personal assets. To learn more, be sure to check out the podcast episode in the description box. The other side of cash flow is how much money flows out of your account. This includes any debts or loans, whether it's on an institution or an individual. One of the best ways to start saving money is by creating a budget to track your cash flow, which can help you track your expenses and cut back on any unnecessary spending. But more on that later. Step 3: project your monthly savings. After you've looked at your cash flow, did you determine whether you need to earn more money, reduce spending in some areas, or are you right where you want to be? Next, you need to ask yourself, how much will you need to save monthly, and how many months would you need to save to reach your goal? If you aren't earning enough money to save after all of your bills and debts have been paid, you'll need to find creative ways to get that extra money legally. You should first limit or eliminate anything on your spending sheet that is taking you further from where you want to be. Another way would be to work extra hours if you work an hourly job and are able to do so. If you work a salary job and get a raise and or a bonus, consider putting that money aside. If neither of these is an option, but you have more time on your hands, consider getting a side hustle or a part-time job. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit, consider ways to monetize your knowledge and build a clientele while still working at your current place of employment. If you already are an entrepreneur, ask yourself if you need more customers, need to sell more units of your product or service, or need to raise your prices. If you are one of the lucky people with excess cash left over after you've paid all your bills and debts, determine the maximum amount you can save every month. You will need to research which asset classes will be the most beneficial for helping you to reach your financial goals. Be sure you are subscribed to this podcast to find out when I release that episode. Step 4. Pay yourself first. I know this sounds like an impossible task with inflation and bills going through the roof, but that's why it's crucial not to skip over step 2, which is tracking your cash flow. When you pay yourself first, you set a mental example in your mind that you are rewarding yourself first for all the work it took to receive your money. The most depressing thing you can do is work and pay everyone else except for yourself. Paying yourself first ties into step 3 because once you know how much you need to save and how you plan to do it, you must deduct that money from the top so you don't get tempted to use it irresponsibly. What sense does it make to earn extra money or cut expenses if you are stuck in the same place 1, 5, or even 10 years from now? One of the most effective ways to pay yourself first is by setting up automatic savings. This means that a portion of your income is automatically transferred to a savings account each month, allowing you to save without thinking about it. Step 5. Save more whenever you can. Now, I know I told you to save the maximum amount that you are able to save, but there are other ways that money can land in your lap that I want you to consider not touching. If you get money for special occasions such as birthdays, Christmas, anniversaries, etc., save that money. If you fall or get into an accident and get a settlement, save that money. If you are the beneficiary on someone's life insurance policy and they die unexpectedly, save that money. And if someone gives you a lottery ticket because you can't buy one because it's not in your budget and you just so happen to win any amount of money, save it. I think you get the point. Any money that comes your way that you weren't expected to get, instead of thinking of 10 ways to spend it, think of 10 ways to save or invest it towards a bigger ticket item on your list, such as paying down debt, paying for a wedding, buying a new car or home, starting a business, etc. When you transition your mind from being a consumer to a producer, you'll be surprised on how quickly you'll begin to see results. Step 6. Review your plan at the same time every year. The best way to track your progress is to write down and review it annually. This is the most objective way to see if you are moving closer or further away from your financial goals. Unless you have the ability to save aggressively, don't expect to reach your destination overnight. The best way to be realistic about your timeline is to categorize your goals into one of the 4 terms. A short-term goal is something that you plan to save for less than a year. A medium-term goal should happen between 1 to 5 years. A long-term goal is between 5 to 10 years. And your longest-term goal is any savings milestone you plan to reach in 10 years or more. Having a clear goal in mind can help you stay motivated to save. But lastly, don't hesitate to ask for help. There are many resources available, from financial advisors to online tools, that can help you to create a plan to save and reach your financial goals. Now, a word from our sponsor. Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Do you want to learn how to manage your finances on any income? Then you need to check out my book, How to Budget on Any Income by me, Willita Cherie. In this book, you'll discover practical tips and strategies for budgeting no matter how much money you make. Whether you're a college student, a busy professional, or an entrepreneur, this book has something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Head over to my description box and get your copy of How to Budget on Any Income today. Your wallet and your future self will thank you. On this National Savings Day, let's all take a moment to reflect on our finances and commit to making savings a priority. Remember, every little bit counts. That's all I have for today. Be sure to tune in next week where we'll learn 5 types of budgets to track your cash flow. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so and share this episode with a friend. Also, leave me a review so I know how I'm doing. Until next time.